it that we falling off lately? Maybe we just ain't been on the same page. In my mind, I'm done fighting. In your heart, you keep trying. The truth is not hiding. That's just.
I grew up in a relatively strict household. I had very little autonomy and was mostly controlled by my parents, meaning I just had to do what I'm told. I didn't get a whole lot of say in my decisions, unless they were sneaky decisions. And this led to a pattern of, in my adolescence and in my adulthood, leaning on friends and my parents to guide me for what I'm doing, always checking in on, do you think I should do that? How do you feel about that? What do you think? You know, for the longest time, didn't trust myself to make my own decisions because everyone else would always tell me what to do or second guess when I made a decision. And I got used to that. I would always be like, maybe I should double check with 3 people before I make my own decision. That's how my life was at home, and I moved out 4 years ago, and I've spent that time trying to find ways to trust myself and my decisions, ways to trust myself in my decisions. And once one of my affirmations in 2020 was, I support my decisions, as a way to know that I could do that. So I've obviously, through these videos, I've made good progress on my self-trust, but honestly, I've slid back a little bit with my recent negative roommate experiences, friendship breakups I've had over the last year, and being taken advantage of in relationships and community. My walls have gotten back up, you know what I'm saying? I'm feeling very guarded, and I've been having a hard time trusting other people. And since I know that it all starts with me, that if I'm going to start building trust in other people, I have to instill more trust in myself and my ability to discern good people. Since it all starts with me, I've been working to healthily regulate my emotions and my nerves so that I can eventually connect with people the way I truly desire and be a safe space and find people who are also safe spaces. So to do that, I've decided to enter my soft girl era, okay? AKA regulating my nervous system. Regulating my nervous system. We all know Granny was like, my nerves bad, leave me alone. I'm getting up there. I know what she means now. So now I gotta make sure my nerves good, and I'm gonna show y'all how I've been soft girling it up. I don't want my nerves to be bad, I want my nerves to be good. So I'm starting now on regulating my emotions, regulating my nervous system, and I'm showing y'all all the ways I try to practice that in a day. And it's a daily practice, so these are habits that I'm trying to continually build. So I am worthy of all I desire. I do not beg for love, I am love. Why do I need to beg for something that I already am, that I already have? I do not beg for love. Choose yourself. Choose yourself and stay focused, because anything is possible. We know that anything is possible and everything is possible. And I'm strong. I can handle difficult things. Stay focused. So I do my part to regulate my nervous system, first by getting enough sleep at night, because sleep deprivation kills. And then I start my morning with my cup of water so that hydration is kickstarted in my metabolism. And I take my supplements, vitamin D and fish oil for my heart and my bones. And I say my affirmations to motivate myself. And this is just how I kickstart my day so that I minimize the chances of becoming dysregulated throughout the day. And now I'm going to get to some movement to help me do that even more.
Attention, all eyes on me. Just to look good. Get dressed up just to feel good. I got dressed up to make hoes mad. When I look at my cause of commotion, you see me facing your delusion. You want me and I'm looking just for television. I'm doing whatever I want, so it's what they say. They know they ain't stopping, she better hold on. I'm finna go rock a bitch, but keep on asking why I don't want to keep you with them. Cause y'all be swapping me. She mad about that nigga right now. This nigga, it be going sideways. I'm just a shaker, but right now, shit. I'm not finna play no little games, I'm grown. So if you want it, you gotta compete. Say he in love. I told him, talking that talk, so when I'm in your face, ignore me. Don't act like you scared. Listen, they heard this shit going my way. And if it ain't going my way, then push it, nigga, hit the highway. I'm doing whatever I want, so I spoke what they say. They know they ain't stopping, she right, she talking like I'm not about it. Hold on. Got a nigga run up, let's get it, it be going sideways. I'm just shaking, but right now I'm chilling, cause we only do that on Fridays. She thinks, just want it, I see it, I like it, I want it, I got it. I like it, I want it, I got it. Let me see, it's gonna be like all numbers. It's go from the top to the boots, make it up, make it one you. Give me the loot, tell me I got the juice, nothing but never was you.
I ain't doing shit. Fuck. Dance hit the spot, man. I ain't saying nothing. Pop this smoke. Telling me you'll cop and catch a band. Hot boy, hot boy, hot boy, hot boy, hot boy, hot boy, hot boy. Dance hit the spot.
Is it just me, or do my breasts look humongous in this bra? I don't know. I haven't filmed in a few weeks, so I'm just like, holy fucking moly. But anyway, I made my protein smoothie, y'all. I actually got some protein thanks to the pet sitting I've been doing. I was able to buy another bag recently, so ass is fed. So eating breakfast is incredibly important for kickstarting your metabolism, and fueling your body. So I don't like actually having a full meal before I go work out, so I'm just doing a smoothie, and then I'll have a proper breakfast when I return. And I'm gonna go to the gym to do arm day before I go on my walk. I have been doing my walk first recently, but I have PCOS and I have to think more about my hormones being balanced than calories in versus out. And doing my walk first was really tiring me before my workouts, and they were just not as effective. I was ended up working out at night, and it was just it was easier to skip it if it was at night. And so I've gone back to working out first and then walking. So we're gonna go do arm day. Movement and mobility are important for bodily function, and they improve with practice. So the more you stretch your mobility, the more you move through dance or lifting or whatever, the better you'll be. We all know that being sedentary is one of the worst things to do for your heart health. So getting moving is incredibly important for your nervous system and your body as a whole. So about to get into that. I've been feeling a little fatigued because I definitely have exacerbated my PCOS symptoms by the way I was working out before. And so I've been shifting back to a relaxed, soft girl approach, you know, yoga and stretching and working out first, just doing things that are better for my system to stay at a good steady state. So yeah, the gym has become my favorite part of my day again, 100%, but I have to make sure I'm doing it right for my body, because when I don't, I can tell and I can feel it, and I'm tired of napping. I want to be awake all day. So I gotta start my day right, and I gotta keep it going right. So, see you in the gym. Let me show y'all the most ghetto shit ever though. I literally woke up one day, maybe 3 days ago or something, I don't even know, and my screen on my Apple Watch was lifted. Like, you see, it looks flat right now, but it lifted. Like, if I had to put some tape on it, there's currently tape on the sides of my Apple Watch, because if I take the tape off, the screen will come off. But it's not off to where like it's gone. Like if I take the tape off, it still works. It's just like I press it down and it just pops right back up. So yeah, I'm still broke, so can't really do much about that. And it turns on, I've had it on the charger all night and it wasn't plugged up, so that's great. Let's work out with no proof. Just realized I never even pressed start on my workout. Fine, whatever. I have a research meeting in 20 minutes. Oh, I still have this on, LOL. I have a research meeting in 20 minutes, so I was just updating my PowerPoint so that it's easier to share, because like flicking through the code and all that other shit, it makes me so anxious. And just having I have my presentation from the last time I went to a conference, and I just added to that. So it's already ready next time I want to present, and also you make presentations to show them, so I'm showing my group, so if I have it already just compiled, easy to look at, they can get quickly what I'm trying to say instead of like me fumbling through all my files. So anyway, just updated that so that it was visible. I always have a problem with making things too small. Yeah, I'm gonna eat something though. I stopped by a store on my way here and they had pizza, so actually let me show you. I got a giant slice of pizza because I felt hungry, but I didn't have the time to stop because I wanted to make sure I had this done. And so I just got one large slice and it was delicious. Okay, but I am going to fix me some tuna now because I really want to actually make sure I get my protein and my macronutrients. So now I do want to say, while the pizza is not ideal lunch food, hello, burping, I do think it's important as far as having your system regulated to listen to your hunger cues, listen to your body when it's saying something to you. I had my smoothie and I was still starving, okay, after my workout, so I went ahead and got something, and now I'm going to take that yes and approach of eating something good for me as well. So how much you eat, what you eat, when you eat it has a direct impact on your gut health, so I'm really focusing on making sure I'm eating enough food, trying to get as much of the right foods as possible, and I'm really focusing more on balancing my hormone health more than anything right now. So that's why I want to make sure I get some fiber and some protein in right now to balance off the dairy and the grease. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to have a meeting, and then we'll go on the hot girl walk. That's what I'm thinking. So, also, brothers and sisters, y'all, I have been rewatching Grey's Anatomy. That's what I'm watching right now on my phone while I'm working. I forgot it was so good. It's so good. I'm on season 6. We all know what happens at the end of this season. I don't even think I'm going to watch all the way through. I think I'm going to watch it through to season 10 and then stop because it just falls off tremendously after that. I can't believe it's like 19 seasons. Yeah, after that, I don't see it happening unless I get really bored. But yeah, so far, seasons 1 through 10, phenomenal television. So let me get back to that. Normal tuna is made, 1 can with my sauce. Cool. Hi.
Hey, Queen, how are you?
Good, how are you?
few questions that I had in preparation for doing that survey. Thank you for your feedback. Know that I'm actually working on this screen. But it's just general work. So we'll see how that works out when I recruit all those people. Okay.
Oh my gosh, y'all, I actually got caught up in working. That hasn't happened in a minute. Found in my meeting, oh, my back, okay. Oh, found in my meeting that the optimizer wasn't working at all. I thought it was doing little, it wasn't doing anything. And so, troubleshooted it, figured out what was going on, kinda, and got it working. And now I have even more questions as it goes. So I've been here for much longer than I planned. Is yoga in the park at 6 or 7? Because if it's at 7, I can still make it. If it's at 6, I've missed it. Man, I wanted to go do yoga in the park, but I guess it was a community yoga in the park. Someone's teaching a class. I guess I can go do it on my lonesome. So I might do that for a sunset ting. I did want to mention, however, while I'm thinking about it, that it's also important to regulate your nervous system internally. Like, I'm doing a lot today to help my physical nervous system, like what I can do, but a lot about releasing anxiousness and regulating yourself and being able to co-regulate with yourself, like self-regulate. A lot of that comes down to how you are in tune with yourself. Are you recognizing what's going on? So it's important to listen to your body physically and emotionally. It's important to take the time to pay attention to your physical feelings and sensations, recognizing what they are, where they are in your body, and then name them if you can. I feel sadness, I feel anger, I feel heartbreak, I feel hungry. Like, can you name the sensations and feelings? And then can you respond to them? So personally, me, when I'm feeling anxious, I feel it in my gut. So I often will mix up hunger and anxiety, or my hunger will increase my anxiety. I feel anger in my forehead. You know, I feel anger in my forehead and I feel sadness in my chest. So when I'm feeling certain things, I'm like, is that a feeling? Is that an emotion, or is this a communication? You know what I mean? Just being able to recognize it, where it is, name it. It's quite important so that you can then respond. Like, okay, I'm feeling this way. What is that telling me, and how can I live through that, and how can I regulate that? By being more aware of yourself, listening to your emotions and your internal feelings, it allows you to be more intentional with the way that you communicate with yourself and with other people. It also improves the way you relate to your physical self. Listening to yourself becomes a real practice. People always say listen to your body, but I feel like they don't always explain what that means. Literally listen to it. Something growling, something spiking, something, you know, aching is a communication, a message to you that you need to receive. When you are actually able to recognize and name those feelings, it allows for you to interrogate them. And by interrogating your feelings, you can then see what's going on, why it's going on, how you can move around it. And therefore, you are able to intentionally shape your behavior around what you need to improve your feelings. Maybe I want to feel this feeling more often, so I'll keep doing this, or this one less, so I'll do less of this. Just being able to actually name those things. If you're hanging around people that make you uncomfortable, but you never actually admit that you're uncomfortable, you're going to keep hanging around those people. But if you become aware of, oh, when I get this pain in my stomach, that probably means I'm feeling uncomfortable. And the next time you're around those people and you feel it, you're like, oh shit, I'm low-key uncomfortable right now. And so you can listen to that, and then why am I uncomfortable? What am I uncomfortable about? How can I ease my discomfort? Do I need to go outside? Is it the people? Like, it allows for interrogation. You don't have to judge it. You don't have to shame it. You don't have to do anything. You just have to recognize it and respond. So I think that's important, to be able to be in tune with yourself, and that's how you shape your behavior. And our behavior is all that we can actually control. Our behavior, no one else's. So if you want to be able to be as in control of your life as possible, you need to start actually listening to yourself. So speaking of listening to myself, I said I was gonna go on a walk. I haven't yet. It's 6:30. I need to go on a walk, I need to do yoga, and I need to feed Blaze. So let's do that. gonna get some vitamin D, which is good for you, outside, and I'm gonna get some movement in because I've been sitting in this chair since, what time was my meeting? 2 o'clock. I've been sitting in this chair since 2 o'clock. That's too long. Okay.
At the peak of the pendulum sits the purest of emotion, opulent in presence, ignorant, and in bliss you become complacent, translucent.
That felt so good, y'all. That felt so good after sitting at that desk. I really am falling back in love with yoga because, listen, stress kills, babe. Stress literally kills, especially black women, especially as a black woman. Stress is a byproduct of living in this country as a black woman. There's already so much stress on us, you know what I mean? Just going out into this world. I want to do my best to decrease it at home and in my circle as best as possible. So for me, that means cutting off toxic people, not being in places where I will feel stressed, managing my tasks accordingly so that they don't build up and cause me more stress, doing yoga so that I am getting in tune with my body and decreasing my cortisol levels through the breathing and the stretching. Like, a lot of the stress we experience is not in our control, but some of the stress we experience, like our friendships, our relationships, our work-life balance, our time management skills, our sleep, how much leisure time, all of those things actually can be managed to decrease stress accordingly. And trust me, the biggest indicator of quality of life, I feel like, is definitely the people you hang around, and the places you hang around. Moving from a different state can make a drastic change. Moving out of a toxic environment can make a drastic change. Cutting off a hater can make a drastic change. Just like, nothing speaks to your quality of life than who and where you are, and that is in your control at a certain point. So if you can't control that, I would 100% be intentional about how you're managing that, because stress kills, and I want to decrease it as much as possible. And as someone with PCOS, stress also increases some of my hormones and makes it harder for me to lose weight and to regulate my sleep, and then I get all kinds of other symptoms, and it's just like, I don't want to be stressed, baby. Like, I done seen my mother have a heart attack and have surgery. I've seen black women die because stress kills, and you stressing me out, you telling me you want to kill me, that means we can't be friends. I'm sorry. I feel like the key for me has been implementing boundaries in my personal life, in my work life boundaries, in my around everything, like what I should and shouldn't do, boundaries are what I should and shouldn't do. And that may mean spending more time on a hobby, adding in more leisure time, spending more time on my work, whatever that may mean. That also might mean having a better work-life balance so that you can find joy in your personal life, making sure you have identities outside of your relationships and your job. Like, who are you? And without connection to other people. Connection to people is good, but like, who are you on your own? Like, these are all questions I'm asking myself right now, and these things definitely contribute to my stress, and I want to have them as under my control as possible. So, working on that. Working on doing what I can to actually feel better in my body, in my place, in my everything. What can I do to feel better? What will make me happier, more calm, feel safe? I have safe on my leg. I have safe on my leg. What will make me feel safe? Okay, because I am a vulnerable, sensitive person, so I need to keep all these things in mind. So, that felt good. Now that I'm all stretched out again, let me go on my walk before the sun fully sets. Before it fully sets, and then I won't be able to do it. I really hate walking on the treadmill. Like, I actually hate it. It actually feels like torture. Even if I can watch TV, I can watch TV outside. So, anyway. Oh my sweet Jesus. All of the cicadas making all this noise. So another thing I'm working on, I just mentioned before that, another part of feeling, once you become a little more in tune with your feelings and you can recognize them, you then have to be able to self-regulate, right? So self-regulation is different than co-regulation. Co-regulation happens with another person. A parent is our first co-regulator or guardian, and then sometimes we co-regulate in friendships and relationships, and that's healthy to still do. But who here, raise your hand, if you've ever had a female friendship where you hung out all the time, almost every day, did so many things together, and then one day it either blew up drastically or it fizzled out over something minor because someone's feelings got hurt when you read too much into everything. Yeah, that's codependency. Yeah. So like your co-regulation with your friends, if you can't regulate on your own and you're always looking to another person to help you regulate, that becomes a codependent relationship. You're now dependent upon them to help you regulate your emotions. So any and everything they do impacts you. Not healthy, right? So I had to stop doing that. I had a few friendships in over codependency. And so then, I was trying to work on it alone, but then I got into a little relationship and I realized, damn, I low-key still have these patterns in relationships too. So now I'm focusing just on how to self-regulate. Just by myself, can I get myself from up here to down here? Can I do that by myself? And I'm trying to find healthy ways to do that. So that means journaling, in my bullet journal, or through with y'all on my blog channel, or through exercising and doing yoga, or just finding a way to get out what I'm saying, finding a healthy coping mechanism to calm myself down. Sometimes that's smoking, sometimes that's sleeping, just healthy things that help me respond to my feelings and regulate me, right? Because here's the thing. Shaming and blaming and punishing what I feel has only ever made it harder to face those feelings head on. When I'm like, no, I'm not feeling that, or why would you feel that way, or see, you only feel that way because you so da-da-da. Like, that's not helpful. That's not helpful to another person, so it's definitely not helpful to you. So I've learned to talk to myself like a child when I feel my feelings. So I imagine emotions as an outside child talking to me like, hey, Quindle, tapping me on the shoulder. I'm sad right now. And I respond, and like sometimes, depending on the age of the child, whatever your internal age is, they may or may not have words. They might just tap you on the shoulder and have a face. It may not have a name for what they're feeling and you have to interpret it. But either way, that's how I view emotions now. It's something being told to me from the inside. And then I'm like, oh, what's going on? Why? What can I do to make you feel better? But I'm talking to myself. So that's how I think about it. When a child is coming to you with a need, you don't just ignore them if you're a good person. So don't ignore yours when it's coming to you. Don't ignore, address, and respond. So lately I soothe myself as gently as possible with those things like sex, smoking, masturbation, sleeping, journaling, whatever. And that's literal bird shit. A bird just shat right beside me. I'm glad you didn't shit on me because I'm literally staring at you, dog. That's crazy. Okay. Yeah, I soothe myself as gently as possible. So sometimes that's through words. Sometimes that's through distraction, turning on grays. Sometimes that's through healthy co-regulation. I don't always have to do it by myself. I can call one of my besties or my mom and they can help me regulate as well if I am just struggling to do it by myself. So I just have to figure out, and sometimes I just have to wait it out. I just have to feel it and let it pass. Either way it goes, I have to be able to name it first, to deal with it, and then I have to deal with it. And that's how I'm really getting my nerves to stay good. Like, I don't want bad nerves. I want good nerves. So I gotta figure out what the fuck is going on and adjust accordingly. So that's been working for me. I'm really I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling soft. I'm feeling safe. And honestly, that's all the soft girl era is for me, for real. It's my safe era. I can cultivate safety within myself, therefore I have safety wherever I am, and if I don't feel safe, I know how to leave. You know, that's what's important to me about my soft girl era. I'm not going to be able, people are hard when they don't feel protected. Hard things are to protect, to coach. So in order to not feel like you need to be protected, you need to feel safe. So I'm trying to get myself to feel as safe as possible, internally, externally, so that I can be the softest. Just listen to me. I just want to be a little koala, okay? Little koala. That's all I want to be. That's all I want to do. So I'm going to finish my walk because vitamin D is also incredibly important. And like we said before, movement is too. So get my last couple steps in, and then we'll eat dinner. I might actually eat a real dinner tonight. I don't know. I still haven't figured out what the fuck it's going to be. Waiting with bated breath for payday. So whatever we have is what we'll get, you know? Is that not sick? It's so pretty.
It's as simple as a conversation. You can start it up. My name is Jenna, that's why I love who you are. I love who you ain't. You far from the same. When you hear the story, whatever choice, that's where I'll be. Wherever peace is, that's where I'll be. Wherever joy is, that's where I'll be. Wherever love is, that's where I'll be. That's how you end a song. That's how you end the song. Alright, friends. Okay, friends. So, this is me. So, this is me getting into my soft girl era. I hope we're getting the soft teas, okay? Like literally in my soft girl era. It's honestly just me taking intentional daily habits. I feel safer in my body and in my environment. I feel like I only ever feel the need to be hard and have my guard up when I don't feel safe, when I don't feel safe in myself and what's going on, and I need to harden. And in order to be in the soft girl era, I need to create safety within myself first before I can do it anywhere else. Because I desire authentic connections, and I'm a very sensitive person. And people be trying to take advantage of that. People be trying to take advantage of that. I'm a very sensitive person. I'm a very sensitive person. I can admit that. It has taken me actually figuring out what is good for me to make the difference in my quality of life. So I will see you in my next video. I'm not gonna say that like that. I'm not gonna say that like that. I'm not gonna say that like that. That's crazy. I'm gonna see you in my next video. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye, friend. Oh my god. Why can't I be normal?